Afternoon, gang. Well, you can tell the people, if you will, in a way, are starting to fight back. A little weird way of doing it, but I'm going to give you this. Uh, for those of you that are familiar with what the Georgia Guidestones are, which is pretty much the antithesis of everything we do, apparently somebody has decided to destroy part of it, and there was a explosion about 4 o'clock this morning where somebody had literally blown up one of the four pillars of the Georgia Guidestones. Now, I'm going to give you this. If you don't know what the Georgia Guidestones are, they are a monument that was built somewhere around 1980 down in Georgia. It's like a tourist attraction. But these things aren't, it's kind of the idea of Stonehenge or something. These are massive granite slabs, 19 feet high, supposedly weigh about 42,000 pounds each. Okay. And they're written in 8 different languages, all aligned north, south, east, and west perfectly. The center of it, always, you could look through this hole, always see the North Star. So, I mean, it was very meticulously planned, okay? And carving in granite, okay, not something that you just do at home, okay? So it took professionals. Think of, at least at a minimum, you're talking about people that make headstones or something like that. But the reason I say that this is the antithesis for what we do is because of what the Georgia Guidestones say or said. Okay. And just in English, like I said, this is in 8 different languages. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. Unite humanity with a living new language. Rule passion, faith, and tradition in all things with tempered reason. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Balance personal rights with social duties. Prize truth, beauty, and love, seeking harmony with the infinite. Be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. This is what the Georgia Guidestones say. I mean, it is a liberal New World Order roadmap, I guess, if you will, guidance, Guidestones, okay, to how to live in harmony and have this beautiful kumbaya utopia that liberals want. I mean, you can imagine this is World Economic Forum, globalism, you know, social duties, all the crap that is ridiculous. But so someone, obviously somebody who doesn't agree with the quote unquote New World Order, the depopulation of the world, the unified world government, everything like that, said to hell with it and went and blew this stuff up. Now, this is going, I don't want to say this is like the shot heard around the world, but this is going to tell some of those utopian, dysfunctional liberals, if you will, we ain't on board, okay? And no, you're not getting your depopulation. No, you're not getting your world government. You want to try to push it, you will be getting pushback. Let's put it, and I'm going to try to keep that polite. Y'all can read between the lines. All right, so this is kind of what I've been talking about lately. Watch as things start escalating. Like I said, more shootings. And now you've got this guy who was the Highland Park shooter in Chicago. Apparently was dressed in drag to go do this, to be, to blend in or whatever it is, to hide who he was. This is the kind of things you're going to watch. People are 4 o'clock in the morning. Let's go blow up the Georgia Guidestones. Let's dress and drag to go shoot people at a 4th of July parade. It's getting weird out there, people. And when you have blatant attacks on things such as this, what's next? Okay. You know, and again, I'm not gonna say right or wrong. That's your decision on what the Georgia Guidestones said. Okay, you can probably figure out which side of the fence I'm gonna sit on, but I'm certainly not gonna condone using explosives or something like that on something. You know, when people are doing that, that makes them no better than Antifa, BLM, Jane's Revenge, or anything like that, going up and doing damage to something. You know, if there's a bunch of whack jobs that want to believe in the Georgia Guidestones, let them, all right? People who have common sense, brains, morals, integrity, sense of individualism, like freedom, you know, all those things, you know, the Georgia Guidestones are pretty much a joke. And, you know, it was the description of everything that we were against. Still is, okay, because it's still written in 6 other languages up there. Be interesting to see if somebody tries to replace that slab, okay? But, you know, so the state of Georgia is going to investigate. Mind you, it's Georgia, all right? And you know how interesting Georgia has got right now, where you've got Raphael Warnock and I forget the other, was it John something, Ham or something, I can't remember his name. You know, somehow they're senators. You've got Stacey Abrams, who's the Democrat candidate for governor, Brian Kemp, who's a rhino anyway. You know, Georgia's very quickly going in the toilet. And so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out amongst the people in the state, you know, whether the Georgia Bureau of Investigation gives this lip service or it's all hands on deck, hell, everything, you know, somebody's against our liberal mantra. We've got to, you know, throw the baby out with the bathwater and, you know, put every resource we have to find out who's doing this. You know, and of course they'll explain it going, you know, it's explosives and everything. I'm right there with you. Don't want bombing or anything like that. Pay attention to see how much effort is put into this. If it's if nearly the effort, if effort's put into it, like, oh my God, this can, you know, we've got to ban fertilizer now because Oklahoma City, you know, or something like that, you know, anything that can make explosives, we got to ban. Who knows? You know, it's just going to be interesting. But again, head on a swivel, watch what's going on. This obviously was a statement, a very powerful one too, made by the anti-New World Order group. We'll see if it ever comes up who did it. Just an interesting afternoon. Pinball out.